What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, I'm gonna be going over how I achieved 8 million box CC and what you guys can do to actually increase your box CC on Grand Cross. So let's hop into the video. Before we actually hop into the video, make sure to subscribe to your boy Amazing. We are on the road to 20k subscribers, and at the time of recording this video, I'm actually at like 17,600 subscribers. So you guys have been showing a ton of support lately, and I appreciate it, man. So let's actually hop into the video and go over how to increase your box CC. So for me to achieve 8 million box CC, my box requires a lot of gear to actually invest in and actually building gear on all my characters. And that's going to be the main way you can actually increase your box CC, depending on where you're at. Because realistically, my box CC is probably like 7.2 million, 7 million, like, or even less, honestly, because I have gear on everyone in my box. And if I was to take off the gear off everyone, I would lose at least like 1 or 2 million box CC, right? Like, it's literally based on how much like gear you have on your characters. So I think that's going to be the main reason of how high your CC actually is. And what you want to do with gear on all your characters is literally just go to your character and give them an HP defense set. It doesn't even matter how good it is. It can literally just be this, or you could do like all R. But you know, it's all dependent on what you go for, really. I prefer to do this where I just go to every character and give them SSR gear, because I plan on using it in the future if it's good gear, right? So I want to just have the sets prepped. So what I did is I got every person or every character in my box prepped with HP defense gear in this manner, right? Like these pieces I kind of just like put on last minute, but these is just like regular HP defense, right? So that's kind of what I was planning on doing, and going through my whole box, just giving everyone HP defense. And another thing that works as well, which I probably could have did myself, but it would have been a lot of gold, is by going to like a rare belt and a rare set in general, and actually just leveling up all the way to max and then re-rolling the substats for HP percent. That is another possible way you can actually increase your box CC as well, and would probably be better than this in terms of, you know, providing CC, because with this I'm not re-rolling anything. I'm just literally getting it to like star 1 and +5, and that's it, and just calling it a day. So there's a lot of ways you can increase your CC, a lot like better optimized than I did, but I kind of just went for it that way just for future endeavors with gear, because I was kind of thinking of the future and not really, you know, with just the box CC that I had right now. So you guys might be wondering, Amazing, what's the increase of, like, you know, what do you actually get for 8 million box CC? What's the big increase that you get? So if you actually go over to the account buff right here, I actually gained about 0.5% hero HP from 6 million to 8 million box CC. And if you guys want to know how much of an increase that actually is, I have screenshots pulled up here of my PvP team compared to when I initially had it. So this is what it looked like before I actually got the box CC buff, and then with the exact same gear and exact same links, this is what I got when I actually got the box CC buff right there. So the amount of CC increase that I actually gained was not really that insane. It was only about 700 CC. But the thing that you know, what I've learned mainly from box CC endeavors is that it's not really box CC that increases your team's CC a lot. It's mainly your constellations. It's mainly this part down here that's actually gonna boost your CC a ton, because there's probably like a bunch of whales you've seen that have, like, you know, 307k natural CC, or even like 310 natural, which is absolutely insane. Like, getting that much CC naturally without having to use any like food is kind of insane, man. And the way people achieve that is by going through the constellation system and having super high constellations. People are already in Gluttony and possibly Pride. I don't think anyone is in Wrath yet, but there's a lot of people that have already gotten to around here, and that's going to be a major CC increase compared to, you know, just getting a box CC buff, because this is only increasing by 0.5%, and then going from 8 million to 10 million, it's only increasing by 1%, right? Because as you can see, this is how much box CC 6 million actually provided, or HP, and then now it's at 13%. So it's not going to be anything too crazy. So remember, box CC will come naturally. You do not have to push for box CC, and it's not even that important, you know, in the long run. Like, if I'm only gaining 700 CC from it, you guys definitely don't need to do it, but it's an option if you do want to increase your CC just that marginally enough to actually push in PvP. You know, that's something you need to take into account. But in general, basically what you do, you know, obviously giving all your characters that have UR gear their UR gear is also going to be another thing as well. You know, preferably giving your highest CC gear to your highest CC characters. So if you have an HP defense Meliodas, Trader Meliodas, probably give him the gear over like a Lost Vein. If you have them, you know, about the same amount of dupes, right? It's gonna be kind of based on what you give your gear for and who you actually give gear to, and preferably HP defense on as much characters as you can if you want to increase the CC. But yeah, that's kind of how I achieved 8 million, because realistically my box is not 8 million box CC, but it's being carried because I gave HP defense to every single character in my box, and that's actually what's increasing my overall account buff CC there. So other ways you can actually increase your box CC, including getting holy relics, getting cosmetics, you know, leveling up your gear. Those are going to be the main ways to go about it. Super awakening your characters as well is not a bad idea. You know, going through all your characters and SA1ing your characters is a pretty decent idea actually, if you think about it, because if you go to a character like Grimoire here and you actually see that the SA1 is actually going to be HP increase, and HP is going to be the most amount of CC you're going to get compared to attack and defense in terms of, you know, what the basic stat provides for CC. So if you want to actually give like a little mini CC buff for your box, you can SA1 a bunch of characters in your box, which I kind of went through myself, right? As you can see from down here, I definitely SA like won a bunch of characters, but not necessarily at all really. Like, it's all like 99% of your increase in box CC is not even going to be from just natural progression. It's going to be from you giving gear to characters, and I think that's going to be the main way you guys are going to be able to push box CC. So if you want to be efficient about it, probably just make rare gear, and then just like, you know, on the rare gear, like if you would take like this, right, and you would literally just max this out. Like if I just went like this, and then just start re-rolling the substats, you could do that. And I think that would probably be the best way to actually increase it as like a free-to-play, instead of doing the way I did, where I just, you know, slapped a bunch of SSR gear on all my characters. So, you know, it obviously depends on how you go about it, but that's how I achieved 8 million and how you guys can actually increase your box CC as well. So, last thing to note about box CC increase as well is that, you know, with it being HP percent increase, it's only really going to be good or beneficial really on your PvP team. If you don't really care about your PvP team, you don't need to push box CC, and it's not as important. Because when I go to PvP and I have my, you know, my team set up for PvP, I want to have as much CC as possible, even if it's just an incremental increase. Like as I showed you guys in the picture, the amount of CC I actually gained, right? I'll show it again. The amount of CC I actually gained was not even that substantial, right? Like I went from 299,761 to 300,451. It was only about a 700, 600 CC increase, but that could be the, you know, the game changer in a fight. Like I'll try and gear my team to see if I can get it to the exact same setup that I had, to kind of show you guys what you know, what I had going there. But let's see. I'll change my king gear, give him an attack. Let's see, and then we give Demon Melee Link. Yeah, we'll just gear my team to see if I can match what I had from the video there, or from the clip, and then we'll see if that's gonna be what I meant to do. We can see like actually how much CC I gain when I use like CC food, let's say. And then Kyo has his gear, I think. I need to give oh yeah, okay, so this is like what my actual CC is, because I have HP defense on Esnor, but if I take this off and give him attack crit, I think it'll match the image that I had there. So let's see. Yeah, okay, it's a little bit more. I think it's because of I did some constellation stuff, but it's a little bit more. Let's see what I actually had. Yeah, about 300,451. So the increase in CC overall, like let's go back to the game and let's actually use CC food and see how much of its like increase that actually is. So let's see here. So that's gonna be how much CC I'm actually gonna have with like, you know, the exact same setup that I had from that image. And my initial CC with CC food was 335,000 CC, which that is a big amount like when using CC food. If I give this Esnor HP defense as well, I think my CC will probably be 337k, which is absolutely insane. You know, when you're using this to push in CC in high fights like that, like 337k with an attack crit unit on your team is absolutely insane. So that's just something to take into account if you guys are like focused on PvP in general. But that's kind of how I'd go about increasing your box CC and tips and tricks on how to actually do it. So that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.